videos to this channel. It's just, I'll be honest, the first video, the process just took too much time and effort for me, like recording, setting everything up, and then testing the footage and mic, and then uploading it into or importing it into my laptop to edit on programs, and then exporting that, and then editing, and then uploading it onto YouTube just took so long. But I'm back. Hopefully this channel is not dead. But yeah, like I promised in my first video where I showed my Lana Del Rey collection, I think I mentioned that I will go through the rest of my vinyl records. So yeah, let's just get started. I picked a few. It's not in any organized fashion or anything. I just went to my shelf and just grabbed a few that I liked, or just random ones that were on my shelf. So yeah, this first record in my collection, it's the most recent record that I bought, and it is Charli XCX, Brat. I don't really listen to Charli like that, and this is my first of her albums in my collection. I got hooked once I heard 360, her first single, I believe, off the record, and immediately got hooked. Thought it sounded amazing, and quickly pre-ordered the album. This is the indie exclusive. That means it's like on a clear splatter vinyl. Clear red splatter vinyl. Splatter or speckled, I don't know. But you'll see. It comes in a gatefold, but it's one LP. This is the back. It has a cutout where you can see the disc. This is the inside. Inside, it's like a form, and it lists all the people who were part of the project, so basically the credits. I'm not sure if it's the same in the center sheet, but I don't want to rip it. Yeah. So there's that. Here's the inside of the gatefold. Beautiful photo of Charli. On the right on the right gatefold sleeve, in here is a booklet, and it just has all of the lyrics. So there's the first single, 360, favorite track. The booklet is just a lyric booklet. Talk Talk is another one of my favorites. Another cool photo of Charli. So High, a sad song. Another good one. I mean, all of it, the whole album is really good. Ooh, Girl So Confusing. One of my favorites. I especially like the new remix of Lord. B2B. I've been repeating that a lot lately. Sorry, can't talk. Mean Girls. because I know all these like albums come with album art and photography to like hype up the album and stuff to set the era and tone. So this is the inner sleeve. It shows the track list on each side of the disc. So this is side B. Side A. The inner sleeve is like basically thin paper. So I placed an inner sleeve inside to protect the record from dust and other particles. This is the record, the final. It's so pretty. It's really cool when it's spinning on the turntable. So, okay. We're gonna put it back. Let me know if you listen to Charli XCX and what songs or album I should start with, because I love this album and I haven't listened to her music before. The only thing I knew about her was that Boom Clap song, I think that's by her. I'm not sure. And I wasn't aware about the comparisons between Lorde and her. I didn't know that. The media compared both of them pretty frequently. It was interesting to hear her song Girl So Confusing, where she kind of like mentions about that, her relationship with Lorde, and the little like tension between those two. Great album. I think honestly this is one of the album of the years for me, along with Cowboy Carter and damn, there was another good one. I can't think about it, but yes, this is Brat. Okay. Next up is a soundtrack to one of my favorite films of all time, Princess Mononoke, from Studio Ghibli. Directed and animated, drawn, or like, I think animated, and written by Hayao Miyazaki, the one and only. This was my first Studio Ghibli film that I ever seen. I mean not ever seen, but it was the first Studio Ghibli I've seen. And I remember watching it as a kid and being freaked out by the god, the forest god, that deer-looking creature with a human face. Creeped the F out of me. But I loved the soundtrack. And as a kid, I was used to watching like PBS Kids and stuff, and like seeing Transformers on TV or like Dragon Ball Z, but I didn't know that there was like as a kid, I didn't know there was like serious are top notch compared to the US. So this is inside of the gatefold. The quality of the gatefold, it's like a thin cardboard kind of feel, like material. It's not like, it's different from your typical gatefold like material that they use, but this is the vinyl, the green, transparent, translucent vinyl. It's the same for both discs. Here's the back with the track list. I cannot read that, but great score. So, yeah. If you haven't seen this movie, watch it. If you don't know, if you're nervous of confused of which Studio Ghibli film to start with, I would recommend this. I mean, I'm biased. This is my favorite. I know everybody likes Spirited Away, but I think since this is my first, it's I have a big bias on this one more. That it's better. Another Studio Ghibli film that I would recommend is Only Yesterday. It's not a Hayao Miyazaki film, but it's I think one of his longtime buddies, someone who's also part of Studio Ghibli. But that film is a great film. Okay, next up is After the Magic by the band Parannoul. I recently got into this band. How did I find them? I found them from watching The Needle Drop. Anthony Fantano. He reviewed this album and he gave it a good score, and I remember his weekly track roundup. The singles released from this album, he would rate it the best. So when he reviewed one of the singles, Polaris, I checked it out and immediately fell in love with the band and the sound. So I obviously went to pre-order the album, and I got it. It's pressed onto a white kind of gradient vinyl, where the center is like a sky blue color, and then it fades out into white. So this is the front cover. This is the back with the track list. The first song, my favorite. I'm in love with how this pressing looks, because it's so simple. The inside has the tracks and the lyrics. Oh my god, that's cool. It has the English version on this side, and then it has the Korean on here. It's really cool. So inside, there's 2 LPs. So A and B and a C and D. So this is A and B right here. The inner sleeves are the same for both, but I love the gradients on here. guess I bought them for a reason. But this one is special. It's Faye Wong. I believe she's from Hong Kong. And she sings like Mando Pop in Canto. She sings in Mandarin and Cantonese, but she was very popular in the 90s. Especially like she features in the Wong Kar-wai film, King Express. I think that's what it's called. She's one of the characters. But, yeah, she's one of my favorite artists. I love her voice. It's very soft. Her music sounds like, I think she's known for getting inspiration from the Cranberries and, who else? Damn, I can't think of that band. Oh, Cocteau Twins. I think that's what their band is called. A lot of inspiration from those Western bands. And this specific album, it's my favorite. It features in a lot of the songs on here feature in this like old Hong Kong film called The Mermaid Got Married. It's basically the Hong Kong version of Splash. And this album is a Japanese reissue. She typically doesn't really press her albums on vinyl, but last year she had like all her albums repressed in Japan, so I have majority of them, and I ordered them from Japan, from this Shibuya shop. It was so expensive, but worth it. This album is called Tiangong, and it means sky. I think this is Mando. This album is all Mandarin. Let's take it out. I want to be careful with this because it's going to be loud if I'm not careful with this. That's one thing I hate about Japanese outer sleeves, is because of this. Sorry. Of that flap. Like I said before, Japanese pressings are top tier quality. They actually care about the craft of grading the whole physical album, especially with the disc, and most importantly the sleeve as well, and the cover. Like the quality feels, I don't know how to describe it, it's like, it feels really good. That's so helpful. But yeah, this is the inner sleeve. It has the lyrics, I believe the lyrics, and the credits, maybe. I'm not Chinese or from Hong Kong. I don't speak Mandarin or Canto, so I can't really read Chinese. But yeah. Okay, I mentioned the album name, Tiangong, aka Sky. She has a song, the title track, Tiangong, is my favorite. Tianxi, which means angel, is another favorite. And then she has another track called Jinxi, which means reservedness, or being reserved, which is a great sad song. Yeah, I recommend those three. Yeah, that's Faye Wong. She also went by the stage name Charli Wong, but that was like in the beginning of her career, and then she changed it to Faye Wong, or Wong Faye, however you say it. So that's Faye Wong. Next up is my second Lady Gaga album in my collection. I only have 2 albums of hers. The first being Joanne, which is my least favorite album. I don't know why I bought it. And then I have Artpop. Artpop is my fave. And you're probably wondering why I have Joanne and not the rest of her albums. It's because her entire discography is so easily, well, first, I'm not that big of a, like, I love her music, but I'm not that big of a fan where I want to, like, go out and buy her records and keep it in my collection. Yet. Not yet. Just because her albums are so easily accessible, like, at the record stores, at, like, Barnes & Noble, or, like, other not grocery stores, but other, like, stores like Target and Walmart. Like, you can find her albums there, so I'm just gonna hold off until I have, like, extra money I could spend. Then I'll buy it, if I'm feeling it. But, yeah, this is my second Lady Gaga album in my collection. It is probably one of the most expensive records in my collection as well. Not gonna say the price that I paid because it's kind of embarrassing, but it was insane. But I knew that I needed this in my collection because, like, man, look at the cover. Designed by Jeff Koons. Iconic. And the foil is amazing. And, I just want to get the bragging rights that I have, like, the first issue of this. Another fun fact is that this pressing has the controversial song Do What You Want featuring R. Kelly, because, as you know, now Lady Gaga has removed this track from the album in her physical copies. I don't know when she started. Ever since R. Kelly was found guilty, or was going into trial, I think that's when she removed the song. I'm not gonna take out the record because it's just standard black vinyl, but sorry. I will show you the cover and the inside of the gatefold outside of the outer sleeve. Isn't that cool? It's so pretty. Oh, and this is the European pressing. I made sure that this had to be the European one because the US version, not good quality. I mean, the gatefold was not great. If you watch, like, unboxing videos of the Artpop, this vinyl, but, like, from the US, you'll notice that the creases and the folds of the gatefold are very, ugly, I'll say. I think that's one word. It's not neat. It's not straight like this. It's not clean. And that bothers me about US pressings. So that's why it was also expensive, because it was a European. This is also a European import, or pressing. Oh yeah, I said I wasn't gonna take it out because it's nothing much. It's just the black vinyl. But yeah, that's Artpop. I'm gonna put it in the sleeve right now because I don't want it to bend or get greased or whatever. This is one of my babies. I need to really be careful with it. Maybe I should frame it. I don't know, but it's just sitting in my shelf right now. I played it once and then never again because I'm just too scared to touch this because it costs a lot. Yeah, that's Artpop. fashion. And when I feel like it, like when I'm cruising, I'll listen to Gypsy a lot. It's a good cruising song, like when you're on the road. Alright. Next album is Dejenme, Llorar by Carla Morrison. I think I said that right, or sorry if I said that, pronounced it wrong. I don't speak Spanish, but this is Carla Morrison's debut album, I believe. It's funny, it connects to Lana Del Rey because in middle school I was listening to Lana Del Rey, and at the time I was getting introduced to her Born to Die album, and then I also found out that Lana Del Rey's music, her unreleased tracks were getting leaked online. So as I was YouTubing her unreleased tracks, a fan made music video, and they were using the video, one of Carla Morrison's music videos, as the video, and they would put Lana's music on top. And that song from this album, that music video from this album was Hasta la piel, or Into the Skin. I think that's the translation. And when I saw the video, and I was like, I want to see the actual like music video, like who the original singer is and how her music sounds like. And when I saw the music video and heard the song, instantly fell in love, got obsessed, been like still been loving it ever since. Like still like listening to the album. I feel like if you listen to Latin music, you probably know her popular song, Eres Tú, or Eres Tú. I know it's been like I don't know, everyone I know who speaks Spanish like knows that song. So, and if you haven't heard it, I recommend it. This is the back. Oh, again, this quality, like the feeling of the record, you could tell that they really took their time with printing this gatefold out. Beautiful quality. It's like matte, not glossy. It feels good. Sorry. Yeah, favorite songs are Eres Tú and Hasta la piel. Oh, and the title track, Dejenme, Llorar. Yeah, sorry if I butchered that. The pronunciation. This is the inside of the gatefold. Another picture of Carla. It comes with 2 LP on standard black vinyl, and I think they're heavyweight, 180 gram. Pretty cool. Check it out. Highly recommend. Let me know what you think about the music, or like the albums that I'm showing. Like, I would love to know how you feel about them, if you heard of them, or if you haven't, or if you like try to listen to them. If you didn't like it, if you liked it, let me know in the comments below. Ooh, that rhymed. Next album is from another one of my favorite bands, the Radio Dept. I own 3 of their albums, and guess if you've seen the new Priscilla film, that was directed by the same director. Oh my god, sorry, there's a truck outside. Or like a plane, I don't know what that is. That's annoying. Sorry about that. Well, let it pass. Oh, I think it's a plane. Jesus. Sorry if you hear that like loud background noise. But yeah. Okay, so where was I? Oh yeah. Discovered the radio department by watching this film called Marie Antoinette, and the soundtrack features a lot of their songs, like Pulling Our Weight and I Don't Like It Like This. Those are some of my favorite songs. This is pressed onto a clear vinyl. I'm not gonna take it out because the inner sleeve is very crinkly and loud. Actually, maybe it might make good sounds. We'll see. Let's take it out. Oh gosh, sorry. Yeah, it's very wrinkly. But it's pressed onto a clear vinyl. Nice. Highly recommend. You'll have to check the band out. Man, I forget to describe their music. It's like it's alternative for sure. It's shoegaze. If you know what shoegaze is, it's labeled under shoegaze, dream pop, new gaze music. They do experiment with electronic sounds too. What was I gonna do? Oh yeah, I also have their first album, their debut album, Lesser Matters, on vinyl. This one cost a lot. I've been looking at I've been trying to hunt down for their most recent record, reissue, where it actually has their logo and the name of the album right here at the bottom left corner. But those are so expensive, I cannot find it. And so I think this is I don't know which year this was pressed, but this was one of their reissues. But still glad that I have it in my collection. It's just pressed on the standard black vinyl. But some of the songs on here also feature in the Marie Antoinette film. I think the only song that features there is Keen on Boys, track number 3. Track number 3 is my favorite Radio Department song ever. Check it out. It's it has these distorted guitars strumming in the background, and it's kind of loud, but the melody is so soothing. I think the story behind the song is about the lead singer who right now identifies as straight, identifies as straight, and it's the story about him and his friend, his guy friend who's gay, and his friend kisses him one day because he couldn't resist it, and it's just him singing about that experience. It's a beautiful song. And I love this band because they're very political, progressive as well. And they're always posting on their Instagram last, Shadow Puppets. UK band. Comprised of Miles Kane, Alex Turner, Zach Dawes, and another guy that I can't remember. I know Zach Dawes collaborates with Lana Del Rey a lot. As you know, like a lot of the songs that I like some of the bands and like artists that I like have to do something with Lana Del Rey. Like Zach Dawes, who's a part of this band, collaborated with Lana Del Rey on her albums, like Blue Bannisters, NFR, Norman, Evan Rockwell, and Ocean Boulevard. So Zach Dawes, you can hear him on this too. The last Shadow Puppets, how do I describe it? It's sort of similar to Lana's music, where it's very vintage sounding, nostalgic. It has this like rock sound, old rock sound, and also has a James Bond feel to it. Lots of guitars and orchestral strings, orchestral arrangements. You'll notice that. Very beautiful music. Miracle Aligner. This is their album, Everything You've Come to Expect. This is their second album. And their single, Miracle Aligner, was their first song I've ever heard from them, from this band. And then I instantly, fell in love. Another song I would recommend is Sweet Dreams, Tennessee. This one right here. I have two versions of this album on vinyl. This is the deluxe edition. So it's thick AF. Ooh, can't see that. Yep, it's the quality of the gatefold is very glossy and top notch. It's very thick. Inside is a booklet that it's just photographs of the band. Another car, sorry about that. Another car just drove by. So that's Zach Dawes. That's Alex Turner. Miles Kane. Yeah, inside the gatefold is a booklet. A photo book. The photography is very pretty. This is what I'm saying. Albums need photo books like this. Or a lyric book. One of those two. Or maybe both. What is that? Just kidding. Sauce. Ooh, I like this photo. It's cool. Reminds me of the Shades of Cool music video by Lana. There's Miles playing the sax. Miles smoking. Alex shaving Miles' head. Zach Dawes nude. Damn, this booklet's thick. Ooh, and then we hit the end, which is the lyrics. And then that's it. So inside we have the vinyl, which is pressed onto standard black heavyweight vinyl. It's really hard to get out because the gatefold is very thick and tight. It includes a download code and a 7-inch of one of their bonus tracks on the deluxe, Born Identity, which is another good track you should check out. And then their other song, Bad Habits. It's pressed onto a transparent yellow, orange, yellow, golden, like vinyl. And then the record itself with the whole album is pressed onto black, standard black. Very beautiful quality. I also bought this at resale price because it's really hard to get this, or like there's no retailer selling these. I forgot how much I bought this for, but it was pretty pricey. The Last Shadow Puppets. Oh, I forgot to mention, I actually like their first album a lot better than their second, this one. It has catchier songs on there, so also check out their first album too. Yeah. Oh, and also fun fact, this image of woman is Tina Turner. Okay, that's it. And then, oh gosh. I dropped the 7-inch. Okay, last album, and then I'll end the video. It is Julee Cruise, her album Floating into the Night. If you don't know Julee Cruise, again, I recommend you check her music out. She's well known for singing the theme song to the like old TV show called Twin Peaks. I love that show. If you know what I'm talking about, you're cool. But I highly recommend you, if you haven't seen Twin Peaks, check it out. It's really weird, but it's like weird horror. So this is Julee Cruise. It features the songs from that show on this album. So it features Falling, which is the theme song to Twin Peaks, and The Nightingale, which also features in some of the like nightclub scenes in the TV show. And I think you'll see Julee Cruise singing in the bar in the show as well. This is pressed onto one LP, onto pink vinyl. There it is. It comes with a printed inner sleeve. There's that. And it just has track lists and the credits. I know, and the lyrics on the back. But yeah, that's Julee Cruise. I recommend y'all to listen to Falling and The Nightingale. It's like, I'm really bad with my words, but I can't describe. It's like, you'll have to listen to it. I swear it's good. It's haunting. I'll say that. Like, her voice is very haunting and beautiful. It's David Lynch, so if you're familiar with David Lynch, it's like weird, like dark, kind of like jazz music-ish. So, yeah, that's it in my record collection video. Thank you so much for sticking by. Watch me struggle as I try to place this record back into the sleeve, but yeah, this channel is not dead. I do plan to release and upload more videos